There's nothing that people love more than Naruto hentai. That and old school card tricks with a hot twist here. So this is actually a confession of all my secrets. This is how I do all my tricks, and this is how actually most magicians do all their little card tricks. So you hand a deck to a spectator, and they shuffle it as you tease them with the secret to all of card magic here. So you tell the spectator that it's gonna seem obvious, but if you spread the cards this way, they could see the cards. Correct? They could see them. But if you have them down like this, you're not gonna be able to see them. But see, that's where the secret lies. That's where the actual secret lies. Because believe it or not, as a magician, I'm able to see with my fingertips. That's right. These sensitive old bad boys, they're able to see things. So here's what I offer to you. I'm gonna be as fair as possible. Remember, you shuffled the cards. I don't want you to think that I peeked at any of them. I'm gonna take the deck behind my back, and I'm gonna actually be able to tell you just with my fingertips alone what the identity of the cards are. So here's the first one. Oh boy, oh boy. Ace of. It's an ace. It's a black ace. That's for sure. Okay. See, I could have gotten lucky there. Let me see if I could use my inherent fingertips here. This one's another black one. Oh boy, gotta love the black ones. This is a black 5 or 6. It's weird because of the curve, but this is a 5, I think. Yeah, for sure. See, I'll do it one more time here. This one's more challenging. I don't know if this is a black card or a red card, but I know there's a lot of colors in this one. I'm gonna say it's a J. It's a J, yeah, for sure. It's a Jack. Yeah. So I'll tell you what. I'll prove it to you a little bit harder here, because I sense a tone of skepticism. So, sir, I'm gonna dribble the cards like this, and also I'm gonna dribble a little bit from my mouth, and you call stop anytime you want. Right there. That's perfect. We'll use that card. And we'll even use this card right here. And I'll use my fingertip powers here. I'm sensing, oh boy, a red 6, I think. A red 6. Oh, man, yeah, I'm good. And the 10 of diamonds, yeah. Oh boy. See, I'm not a liar. Oh, you want to see them. It's a red 6. And the 10 of diamonds. Oh boy. Let me also try something. Go ahead, put your hand right there, sir. All right. Let me just rub your hand here. Yeah. You know what? I also sense that you're gay. You're gay. Here's how to do this amazing trick. Now, reading the cards has been around for what feels like thousands and thousands of years. But I first read a particular method, an expert card technique, of course. Then I saw a method by Jay Sankey where he does it with 3 phases. And that got me really, really wet. But this one in particular is just kind of my take on the idea of being able to use fingertip sight, or being able to see the cards with your fingertips. Whatever. But here's the hot method. It's a little bit bold, but it's beautiful, as they say. The gaze. So here what you do is that you have the spectator thoroughly shuffle the cards, and you want to make sure that they remember they shuffled the cards. So the way we do that is that when they are done shuffling the cards and you take them back, you go, you know what? I want you to mix the cards again. You're really not seeing the importance of this. You're calling attention to the fact that they're mixing the cards. See, this is a little bit of a psychological hook in them that you could anchor later for them to remember that they shuffled the cards because you were insistent on it, just like your uncle was very insistent. Oh boy. So now that the cards are thoroughly mixed, you're going to say, oh, I know this is going to seem a little bit obvious, but if I hold the cards face up like this, you could see them, right? What I'm looking for when I spread the cards is a bank of 3 cards that I could easily remember. So here in the spread, I see 2 7s and a king. That's very easy to remember. I'm going to remember that myself as I cut them to the back of the packet here. So I'm going to take these cards and cut them right to the back of the packet and turn the whole thing over. Now, on top of the deck, I have a 7, and a king. 3 cards that I could easily remember. And this is when I bring up the idea of being able to see from my fingertips. So you talk about how you were able to read, notes that were passed to you in class by girls with your fingertips. They handed you a note and you said, "Oh boy, I know what this says. This says, stop looking at me, you creeper. It's really making me uncomfortable." And then you could talk about how that progressed to being able to read cards, in gambling situations. Now you're going to be very fair and say, "Look, I don't want you to think that I peeked at the cards. I'm going to give it a fair cut." Of course, there I'm being very false. I'm just having a break there and cutting right to the break, saying, "I don't want you to think that I peeked at the cards." Of course, you already peeked at the cards. So you have the 7, and a king on top. You're going to put these cards behind your back, and you're going to just simply pretend to read them. So you're going to put them behind your back. You're going to put one in the right hand, pretend to read it for a bit, and reveal the 7, then reveal the other 7, and then finally reveal the king. So that's kind of the first phase there. You see, pretty easy. The next phase, you're using a hot one ahead method here. The way we do that is that we're going to dribble the cards, and as we're dribbling the cards, we're going to have the spectators call stop wherever it is they want, much like you did. So they call stop wherever it is they want, but here the clever bit is that because I'm holding the cards and because I'm raising up a little bit with my thumb, I'm able to peek at this card right over here. In this case, it's going to be the 7 of hearts. So as you're dribbling, you're just going to press up a little bit higher with your thumb and peek at this card, as you say right here. Now, this card you have no idea what the identity of. This one, you know exactly what the card is. So you deal this card out to the spectator, and then you say, we're going to use this one as well. Of course, this one is the one that I know, and here's where we're going to use the hot one ahead method. We're going to hold the card that we know in our right hand and the card that we don't know in our left hand. Now we're going to call attention to this card and say, "Oh boy, let's see, this one I'm seeing, and I'm going to name the card that I peeked at. So in this case, I'm going to say I'm seeing a black queen here. Yeah, black queen for sure. Now I'm going to peek at this card and act elated as if I was correct and go, "Oh, yes, fuck yes. Damn, man, that brings me back to when I had my first encounter with another man. Oh boy." And here I'm noticing what this card is. So this is going to be the Queen of Hearts. I notice what this card is. Of course, they think that I'm referring to this card as the Black Queen. Then now I call attention to this card and I name the card that I just peeked at. So again, you're doing a traditional one ahead here. So I'm rubbing this card and I go, "Oh, I'm seeing a, remember you name the Red Queen here. Oh, the Queen of Hearts. Oh yeah. Oh boy, man, I'm really good at this." You're going to bring the cards together and you're going to do the Monty switch here. So as you turn the cards over, you're just going to switch them just like this. You see how I'm switching them? Yeah, that's the hot move. Here's some hot Croatian slow motion. But as you do this move, when you turn your hand over, you're going to notice that the cards are going to end up exactly where they're supposed to be. So remember, you're one ahead because you've peeked at this card, which is the Black Queen, and you call attention to this one and say, "Oh, I'm seeing the Black Queen right here. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Over here, I'm seeing the Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts, yeah, that's for sure. Sir, I'm not lying. I'm not Queen of Clubs, Queen of Hearts." And that's it. That's really it. Not much to it, but you're able to kind of prove to the spectators that you're able to use your fingertips to read the cards. That's a hot method you could use to impress your friends and your family. And if you're not subscribed already, you should subscribe, because if not, honestly, you're a bad person. Honestly. Well, I'm going to go figure out different ways to use icebreaker sour mints to satisfy my significant other.
When I see you again, 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 when I see